Hello, everyone. Welcome into Magical Mondays. I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium, and we have the lovely and amazing Lady Shadowe.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going, Lady Shadowe? What have you been up to?
Girl, so much. You all know that I'm a playwright as an alter ego to my spiritual life. And I'm launching an off Broadway show in November, my 17th play, but for off Broadway, I would say it's number 9, something like that. And it's called Afterlife. It's so good. We had auditions yesterday. We're casting 14 roles. It is incredible. It is so exciting to be in this writing space of creating material that you and I talk about all the time. And so it's really giving me this like comfort and lift and so many emotions around appreciating what we have now and then taking that into the next realm and how that works or how that might not work. And so seeing actors bring my work to life after writing for this for about 4 weeks has been incredible. And then today I got to make the day of 14 people's lives and say, you got the part. So it's been a really fun weekend. What about you, my friend?
Well, can I just say that it's beautiful that your play is called Afterlife because that's what we talk about on here all the time. The whole purpose of my YouTube channel originally was mediumship and learning about mediumship. And hello, everyone. Wisdom Seeker, Mangled, Miss Jackson is here. Vivian is here. Marlena, she got us live. We are live, Marlena.
Yay!
Finally. Let's see who else. Gina and Vivian. Thank you guys for being here. And just say hi as you come in. I'm so glad you guys are here. But I love that it's Afterlife and it's exploring these situations. Now, I've read most of the play. Hi, Catnap. Hi, Juniper Vale. I've read it and it's beautiful because we have to keep this whole world in perspective. So everybody, it's so interesting because I've been getting messages from loved ones, family members, got a little hair sticking out there. And they're like, isn't the energy weird? The energy's weird. Everything's weird right now. And I'm like, hi, Holly. And I'm like, yeah, it's weird because I'm getting messages from people I never expected to get messages from that are saying it's weird.
Right.
And we have to keep in perspective, and you tell me this all the time, Lady Shadowe, and we've talked about it on the podcast. All the world's a stage, right? You know, all the world's a stage. This is just basically
temporary illusion.
Thank you. It's a temporary illusion. And what's going to happen? Every single human on the planet will eventually go to dust. We will, but our soul will continue in the afterlife. So we have to keep it in perspective and keep the energy high. So I love that that's your play right now. I think the timing is perfect of you having that play. Hello, Aunt Jen. Hello, Debbie. Everyone follow Aunt Jen 888. She is going to be going live with me. She's a spiritual healer. She's a yoga master. She was trained at the Chopra Center in San Diego for years. She's new to YouTube, so follow her so we can go live together, just like me and Lady Shadowe, and do some help and healing. And my weekend was, I took all of Sunday off. I rarely ever take a day off, but I had to. It's been a lot. So I did some fun stuff, went to the Animal Kingdom at Disney, watched some football, go Niners. The Niners won. Yay, yay. I know you don't like sports.
I just don't know sports. I have no judgment either way on sports.
And so and now I'm working on another project that one of my Mars projects, there were 2 big chunks of funding we lost because of the current political scene. And so now we're having to go work towards funding from another avenue. And so I've been working on that, and it's been a lot. So here we are to make Monday magical and make everybody's week well. So what else you got going on? What do you want to talk about? What did we talk about in the last podcast?
I got to spend time with these, 81 actors I saw yesterday in 4 hours, and these kids are out there pounding the pavement for their dreams, and all ages from 20 to literally 75. And it's fun to get their stories, because I do take a couple of minutes at the end of the audition to say, hey, who are you? Why are you here? Why this show? There's a ton of auditions these kids can go on, and they picked mine. And I value their time. And so I like to get to know them a little. And they talk about how a lot of them, took time off in their lives to do the reasonable thing, the thing that they were expected to do. And then eventually they come back to the art and the acting, and they're just so thrilled to be back doing it. And I get just constant comments about, it's never too late to live your dream. So I think that maybe the theme of this Magickal Monday could be live your dreams. And what is everyone's dream that they feel that they could attain if they had a little bit more time to put toward it? Right?
Yes, 100%. Hello, Cindy. Yes, put the dream that you would do if you could right now. What would you do? But my dream wasn't to become a medium. It's my dream now to be a successful and prosperous medium, but I never had that on my bingo card. But boy, does the universe have other plans when we're not expecting it. So I know your dream. All the way on Broadway. All the way
to Broadway and all the way to television. I've got a television pilot too that is in the wings, waiting to be picked up from someone like Showtime or HBO, and it's gonna happen. But even if the way you were led to your dream, it's still now your dream. And when you got the inkling to follow it, it felt wonderful and freeing, right? So maybe some of us can't define what that is yet, and you're just living your life, and you're kind of waiting for that inkling that you got. But if you all do have a dream that is just a burning desire to do more of that thing, we want to hear about it.
Right. And Cindy said artist. What kind of art, Cindy? Painting, sculpturing, writing, acting? What kind of art? Juniper Vale always wanted to be in a band. I always wanted to be a drummer. I love rock music, and I always wanted to be a drummer. I know, Lady Shadowe, you play the drums.
I play drums. Yep.
Hello, Abby. Jane, hi.
Hi, everybody.
And Cindy said all. So all forms of art.
Wow.
And Cindy also plays the drums.
Yay! Just
Cindy and I, we were just texting right before the live.
Oh, so Nicole, you do know, like I have an electric kit here of drums, and I can either plug it into the stereo and play them through the amp, or I can play them in a headphone. So for those of you who don't think you can play drums in your little apartments, or if you're a renter and you have neighbors like Nik kind of close by, you can get an electric set and play through your headphones, and it's just as effective. It's amazing. It's such an outlet.
I love it. I put my AirPods on and sing and drive my husband crazy. I love it.
It brings you joy.
It does. It brings me so much joy. And he'll be like, I'm watching a show. I'm like, but it's Pearl Jam, and you can't not sing it loud. You have to sing it loud. You get to the crescendo. You can't whisper sing, right? You have to sing it out loud.
Yeah.
Abby wanted to sing Hello, Christine. And Cindy said, let's do it. So
what's up, Bischoff? I know my Bischoff girl. She's such a loyal follower. I miss her so much. I used to see her almost every day at my gym. And my gym is closed until another month, which sucks. But she's moved on to better jobs, but I miss her so much.
That's so lovely that she's joining us.
I know, love that.
So do you want to pull some cards?
Yes, we can. We can share the love. And do you want to let people know about what we're giving away tonight?
Yes, but I also want to remind everybody about our wonderful podcast that came out on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So please go back and watch it. We have so many incredible podcasts. It was episode 17, and it was how to rewire your brain.
Yeah.
And we both gave a lot of really good information. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's on both our YouTube pages. It's on Spotify. It's called the Soul Twin Stars podcast. And that's why we do Magickal Mondays as a follow-up. There's a lot of things you can do to heal yourself, to change your outlook, to change your mindset. All of those things.
And we have a lot of unfiltered fun over there. So if you want to hear us a little more unfiltered, you got to check the podcast out.
It's a little more candid. A little more candid for sure. Let's see. Christine says, I miss you too. And Cindy said, I have been told I can sing. Nobody told me I can sing, Cindy. Let me make a correction. I don't know if I can sing, but I sing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I can carry a tune or, anything like that, but I enjoy singing one way or the other. I drive my family crazy because when my kids were little, we would go, like I'd be driving them to school and I'd just have the radio cranked up and I'd be singing, and my son, I have 2 boys, and they'd be like, oh my God. But it's like, it makes the day happier when you start it out like that.
It does. And one of the pointers that we give in that episode of how to rewire yourself is to dance and sing. That's one way to or laugh about something completely silly. My husband and I are we are enjoying this. Okay, so I'm going to call it a book on a tape, but really it's more like a fantasy thread that we have created, and it reads to us like a choose your own adventure type of fantasy thread, and we laugh so freaking hard. And we laugh as much as we are hot for each other listening to this thing because it's so fun. So when you can set aside some time at the end of the day to just laugh like that,
laughter, it brings you closer together because the world is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous right now.
The world is the most ridiculous it's been in my whole life. And I thought, after 9/11, things were ridiculous. And now it's just like times a million. So Aunt B, hello, Aunt B. Hi, y'all. I'm late. My like-minded friends. I had just learned to play Journey's Stone in Love. Oh, nice. Fabulous song.
So good.
Week before I died and a month coma. Holy moly. I want to know about your NDE. Did you have an NDE?
Yeah, please share.
Wow. Let's see. Hello, Glenda. Oh, Cindy and Abby, I think, are going to harmonize. Okay, maybe I missed something in there. But I said I didn't say I could sing. Joyful Noise. Yes, that's it. Aunt B, I've still got my drums and guitar, but I had just started to learn. Oh, I just read that. Got to get my butt in gear. Yes, yes, yes. Music makes everything better. Music saved my life. And I can tell you, I always loved music. My first album, tell me anybody if they remember this album, Billy Squier, Don't Say No. That was my first actual physical album. I played that thing a million times a day and drove my mother insane. Then, not long after that, Bon Jovi came out.
Yeah.
Hair bands. Then Guns N' Roses. Well, I love Def Leppard.
Guns N' Roses. Def Leppard.
And I love Def Leppard.
Yeah.
And then once Pearl Jam came out, nothing else compared. Pearl Jam, Coldplay, Kings of Leon, U2, Dave Matthews, all of that just makes my day. But Pearl Jam saved my life, and I will swear to that to the end of days. Their music saved my life, and there's absolutely no doubt about it. Marlena's dream was to be a dancer. You can still dance, honey. Dance, dance, dance. Jane said, happiness is a road trip with your daughters and singing together. Yes. Oh, singing. I love it. Catnap, I'm in a tap dancing group at the senior center. Wonderful.
Love
wonderful.
That. Tap is great.
Ty, Wisdom Seeker said Ty. I guess I'm not sure what you mean, so explain that, Wisdom Seeker. Gina said, love me some 80s music. Lady Shadowe is the biggest 80s music person.
I'm stuck in the 80s. I admit it. With no shame. If you listen to my play, I've got it's 95% 80s and 5% 70s and new stuff. Yeah.
Abby said, love Billy Squier. I love that. Yeah.
And there's something about the tactile connection with music. The CDs were like the next generation of records and vinyl, right? But there's nothing like taking a record out of the vinyl. You guys go to the next, I know that most of us have experienced the vinyl experience, but I love going to thrift stores and just taking the records out and smelling them. I like to smell the paper and like the vinyl inside. It's so weird.
I have all of the Pearl Jam albums on vinyl framed and hanging on my bedroom wall. All of them unopened. All of them unopened.
Best.
Gosh. Let's see. Coldplay, yes. Marcella, love it, sane mother who does not understand. I'm not sure I understand, Marcella. Marlena said, you are a wild girl. No. No comment.
She's wild.
Maybe when I was younger.
Now I know Nicole when she was what, 21?
Yeah.
She was pretty funny. She was wildly funny.
But I wasn't like a bad girl. I didn't get
not a bad girl. She was wild in a good way. She was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm still funny. I don't know.
No, absolutely you are. But you're funny in that like wise way now. Like you were funny in that innocent way then. I can't believe like I'm looking at you like now I'm having flashbacks of San Fran and how we are like exactly the same almost people in a lot of ways.
I know. It's amazing. The journey.
So crazy.
The journey's amazing. Aunt B said she crossed over, died 11 times that she knows of. My Mimi met me and pushed me back, said I had things to learn. Yes, it's common. Left me an empath. I see energy now. Gifts to, but need a mentor. Well, guess who's here to mentor you? Me. Email me, peacefulnikthemedium@gmail.com. See this right here, peacefulnikthemedium.com. Just put @Gmail, and I will send you some options for that. I have a bunch of different stuff. I've got books that you can digitally download or get off Amazon if you want to start small. I have classes, one-offs, annual mentorships. I have all choices of every budget. Christine said 80s are the best. Nora said Depeche Mode. I'm a teenager of the 80s. I was a teenager of the 80s too.
Yeah.
But all the best things in my life happened to me in the 90s. And a lot of the bad things happened to me in the 80s. So
yeah,
I kind of, went to the 90s. I was born in
I
70s.
understand. And the 90s for me were like my first struggle years, like Los Angeles, San Francisco, just trying to find my footing. But all those times were great. But the 80s, I was coming into my own. And thank God my trauma was just a little, my mother with 3 husbands and some alcoholism. Easy stuff.
Yes, no problem. No problem.
Easy.
Let's see. Aunt B
out of it,
Aunt B definitely email me. Mangled said 10 was the last cassette tape I owned.
Wow.
I also owned the 10 cassette tape. That's the first Pearl Jam album. And named Mangled, I'm going to ask Mangled. I bet she knows this. Anybody here who gets this right, the first person to get it right. Okay, I'm going to ask a question. Don't Google it. You have 30 seconds to answer it from when I state it. All right, you get a free prize. Why was the first Pearl Jam album named 10? And you have to be specific. Okay, and I bet Mangled Unicorn knows. Catnap says 60s and 70s music. First album was A Hard Day's Night. Awesome. My son was into vinyl before he passed, Cindy. Oh, he was buying them for me. Oh, thank you, Wisdom. Aunt B saw all the loved ones and fur babies, spoke telepathic. Yes, most living peaceful place ever. Yes, I hear about that all the time from people. I didn't want to leave, but they pushed me back.
Wow.
No fear of death. It's a new beginning. No one feels their death. 100%. I've done thousands of mediumship readings and they all say the same thing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cindy. Cindy said I'm funny.
You are funny.
Aunt Jen is also who I met in San Francisco. So the 3 of us all, were San Francisco ladies. 90s grunge is my jam. Love the 80s. Aunt Jen, 1270. Gina doesn't remember. 9 was already taken. Okay. All right. The Pearl Jam album 10 was named after the number of Mookie Blaylock, who was a Seattle Supersonics basketball player. His jersey number was 10, and that's why they named it that. Oh, she just typed it.
Nice.
All right, Mangled. You're going to get a free prize.
I love that name, by the way. Mangled Unicorn. Oh,
I know, it's beautiful.
that's so amazing.
Catnip said, I survived a heart attack 4 years ago, but no NDE. Yeah, some people don't have NDEs or don't remember them. Yeah. Christine, I don't know what you said because there's nothing there. So read it.
Oh, I want to share about something really weird that happened to me the other night. Okay. I had a dream. I've been sleeping weird because I've been, working in the creative realm. Had a dream that I was out in my inflatable spa in the yard, which I actually have, and I have some purple lights hanging around it to keep some ambiance. Had a dream I was in the hot tub, and the purple lights and the hot tub pump and the lights on the hot tub pump and every light in the entire neighborhood went black. And I was looking at black, like I couldn't see shapes, I couldn't see the house, nothing. And I was crying out for my husband, and I even had a phone in my hand because I was messing around on my phone in the hot tub in the dream. Everything went black. It went black like this. And I couldn't call it to my husband. He couldn't hear me. I couldn't call him on the phone. And all of a sudden I felt a presence trying to move in on me. And I couldn't get away from it because I couldn't scream because I couldn't move. But then I woke up from my dream because something activated my phone in real life. I don't know how this happened. I was doing a ChatGPT research on something about my play before I went to bed. And the phone started to speak the last entrance of what I had written in ChatGPT. And that app was closed, Nicole. The app was closed. So the phone woke me up. Something activated my phone, went into the chat, I guess to help me remember that I was just working on something a couple of hours before. It woke me up out of the dream before the blackness, whatever was in the black, was trying to attack me. How crazy is that? My phone was just untouched, unprompted in my drawer, voice thing turned off, and it woke me up out of this dream before the blackness could swallow me. Now, how weird is that?
That is being super
I forgot to tell you that.
That is being super connected to.
That is some protection right there.
Yeah.
So when we talk about otherworldly things happening here, NDEs, afterlife, connections, energy, frequency, everyone, the frequency comes right through all of our physical matter and the way it's supposed to come. And it's absolutely fascinating when it shows up, when there's no explanation like that. It's woo! I thank you for letting me share that, everybody, because that was one of the creepiest things that I've experienced in a long time. And I'm a paranormal investigator.
That's, well, and I want to ask you this, Lady Shadowe, since you've had so many spiritual experiences, and if anybody else is experiencing this, let me know. I sometimes am not sure if I'm asleep or awake.
Yes. That's
like I'm kind of halfway in between.
Yes. And you still hear things.
But it's getting more. It's like when I take a nap, I don't know if I always have to check the time on my phone.
Agreed.
Or look at the last person I texted so I can keep track of the time.
What's real? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you can bleed in and out of timelines.
I am going all over the place when I sleep. Like I'll take a 15-minute nap and have a dream like I was gone for 3 years.
Right.
And I'm like,
that you're grounded enough to check those things, because I do that sometimes too. You know those times where you're so tired and you wake up and you look around and you don't recognize anything for a minute because you're so disconnected from, your deep sleep to reality. And I'm like, wait, where am I? What year is it? Because, and then we'll also dream about different things that take us back to a different place that's completely opposite of where we are. And your consciousness just messes with you. It's
so crazy. And the deeper into my spiritual journey I get, the worse it is. Or I wouldn't say worse, but the more prominent it is. Yeah. Vivian said, I swear my guides send me messages through YouTube. Yes. And I
like that. Yeah.
We talk about that commonly. And I know, Vivian, I haven't answered your email. I'm so sorry. We're going to talk later this week, though. I've just had all these other outside things happening with Mars. I'm sorry. It's crazy. And B email me and Mangled email me. I put my email in the chat. The other thing was Nora said in the 90s, I was laying on my 3-year-old bed and felt a frigid, maybe you mean your 3-year-old child's bed? Is that what you mean? Or your bed was 3 years old? Felt a frigid sensation outside that entered inside of me. What was that? I don't know. I've never heard of anybody experiencing that. Have you, Lady Shadowe?
Not fully, not exactly like that. No. Interesting.
I will say this. I have had experiences where when I am have been like working a lot with my mediumship clients, if I lay down to take a nap or go to bed that night, if I have not disconnected and closed down, I'll feel somebody touching me, and it kind of like freaks you out. It could have been spirit in some way, form, or fashion. If it was anything that felt negative or scary, it was not a good soul. But I don't believe in bad or evil souls. I know Lady Shadowe and I have talked about this a lot. There is negative residual energy. Her baby girl's bed. There's negative residual energy, but I don't believe a soul is negative. So it may have just been somebody coming by and letting you know they were there. That would be my only. Gina said, I can sometimes see my room as if my eyes are open. I'm not fully awake yet. Yeah, that's common.
I've experienced that.
Vivid
dreams.
Sometimes I have to ask people at work, at home, if something. Yeah, that happens to me. The vivid dreams.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Very common. Very common. Just keep asking. Did that happen? It happens to me all the time because I dream. I swear I dream as soon as I go to sleep till I wake up. It's what it seems like.
I remember almost everything.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. It's like I have a whole other life. I always say it's like Avatar. When they plug the guy in, he has that other life. That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Mangled. When I was sleeping in my cousin's room who had a water bed, my dad saw an indent in the bed, like someone was sitting down. Yeah, that's common. I hear that a lot in mediumship readings when I'm connecting to someone. They'll say I sat on the bed next to them after I passed away or before. Sometimes it's before. Like if somebody's in the hospital or hospice care, they'll come sit on the bed in spirit and talk to them, and they can feel the indention. That is so, so, so common. I get that a lot in readings. You're welcome, Nora. It was the first time when I had this girlfriend was real messing. Oh yeah, Ouija board. I don't know a lot about Ouija boards. When my partner's dad died, all our electronic stuff turned on and they were plugged in. So interesting. After my husband's dad died, we went to the funeral. We came back home. It was a long trip. Like the day after we got home, my husband and our 2 boys, this was 2007, so our boys were kids still. We're sitting at the table in the kitchen and we're eating dinner, and the TV in the other room turned on loud, all the way up loud. Now, when we watch TV at night, it would always be like on number 2 or 3 because we watch it as we fall asleep. I know that's bad, blah, blah, blah. But the show that came on was a channel we never, ever watched. And it was like Wheel of Fortune or one of those type of shows. And it was the show my husband's dad watched all the time. And we never, ever, ever, ever watched that channel. We always had ESPN on at bedtime every night, every single night, because my husband watched it to go to sleep. So I see, Cindy, that they do that. They move through electronics
Yeah.
very easily. Let's see.
Something about I saw something about Christine got hit by a car recently, and she saw it happen 5 minutes beforehand. That's crazy.
Yep, precognitive dreams. Yep. And when that happens, you could be your ability, psychic, telepathic, empath, mediumship, those abilities could be turning on. I rarely dream. A few nights ago, a head popped into my dream and said, "Congratulations, it's a boy. Are you having a baby, Vivian?"
Wow.
But you know what? I'm having another grandchild, and we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. So if it's a boy, I'll let you know. We just found out we're having another grandchild from our other son. Wake up suddenly and can't move my body. My eyes are awake, but not my body.
That sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
I kept my hair long. It prompted me to speak for my family. Happens. Yeah, that's so crazy. The day my father died, my niece said her clock was turning the opposite way, nonstop and very rapidly.
Wow.
Yep. They can do, I mean, the things
Wow.
I've seen in my readings, I'll be doing a reading and I make sure my light bulbs are tightened because anytime your light starts flickering, always check the light bulb and the plug just to be sure. I was doing a reading and I was saying something really intense and really important to my client, and my lamp started flashing, started flickering, and at the same exact time hers did too, and she was on Zoom.
Wow.
So we were thousands of miles away from each other and the lights started flickering. So that's crazy. Do you want to pull a collective card? I know we have so many people on here. Let's pull a collective card each. This week, our podcast is going to be about how to keep sane in these crazy times. I talked a little bit about this morning on my Monday morning meditation. It's okay to have mixed feelings during these political upheavals because there's a lot of complexities. And so, hi, Debbie at Three Shifting Veils. So let's pull you want to pull a collective card from the Psychic Creations Tarot. Sure. Look how pretty these cards are. For those of you who don't know, these were designed by hand by the beautiful and wonderful Lady Shadowe. They are gorgeous and so wonderful. The feeling of them, the satin finish is just so comfortable in the hand.
And I have small hands and I can fit them into my hands.
I have giant hands.
Shuffle. Yeah. So for those of you,
well, Cindy has a deck.
And yeah, that's right. Yeah, somebody has that's right. Yay! I'm so glad she's enjoying them.
Hello, Yvette. All right, Lady Shadowe, pull a card. Oh, mine got mixed. I had a flipper. That's funny.
Did you have one flip out?
It flipped as I shuffled once.
You should pull that one.
I am. Master of the heart. And what were we just talking about?
Yes.
How to keep sane in this crazy environment. We have to master our heart. We have to master our heart and always lead with love.
Always lead with love. Absolutely.
You can have empathy. You can have love. You can have compassion. But you have to have boundaries. Leading with love doesn't mean let somebody walk all over you or harm you. Ever.
It also means to have love for yourself.
Always.
Yes.
First and foremost. Love and respect for yourself first and foremost. Master your heart. You'll master the world. And we
love it.
Need some world mastery right now.
And I'm going to pull mine. Okay, I have no idea what it says. Destiny.
Oh, cover her boobies or they'll You know how they do
Even
around.
though she has pasties already.
I know. And you know what's funny? I think you've pulled that card like 5 times on our lives. Like it always keeps falling out.
Because it's destiny. Everyone has their own destiny to fulfill. And I think we get lost in, well, I have to just go along with the mood of whatever the news or the narrative tells us. But really, you don't. You can choose differently. Your world is right here. It renders for you what you wish to see, and you do not have to participate in the bigger picture. Now, it's okay to be informed about the bigger picture, but mostly it's up to you to create a world outside of fearful narratives. So you create that world inside, you render what you want in your life like a video game, and then just send healing to the other parts that are in upheaval.
We need healing so much. And yes, you've all probably heard me talk about politics in different ways on here, on my lives, in my videos, on podcasts I've been on. And we should have an opinion about how we feel, and that's okay. But we also have to keep our minds stable and not get emotionally dysregulated, because in order to come through this together, we have to work together and again, lead with love. Master your heart, master your mind.
Yeah. Oh, and somebody comment about their pet. I think that there's some comments coming. They lost their doggie. I can tell you, I just lost a doggie, my heart dog, 20 years, Haley, in a year ago. And it was harder for me to lose her than it was some people. I'm just saying.
And she means, and when she says some people, she means relatives that
are vile.
She should have been
vile.
Yeah.
About. Yeah. I love all animals and humanity, even evil ones, but it's so hard to lose a pet because, you know, they're with you all day long. They give you unconditional love. And I can tell you right now, your pet will come to you. I've learned to be like a pet psychic since my dog has been coming to me. I even have her on. Remember, Nicole, I was talking to you on a polo,
Yes,
and she
on the recording
come in. And it's so random, but they do. Your pets will visit you when you are grieving the least. They can come through the easiest, because your grief, and anytime you are filled with any emotion outside of joy, it makes the veil thicker for even human beings to come in. So the less you are sad and stressed or in those sad, heavy emotions, the easier that people can in general come in through you. As you know, Nicole,
yes.
When you're finally moving past the acceptance stage in the grief, that's when people can get messages easier in mediumship. So
right. And we recommend, if it's, you know, well, first of all, I'll say my medium friend Kathy Behrens, who I've done lives here with. Oh, Bailey.
This is my new therapy talk.
She's a medium. Kathy Behrens is an animal communicator. That's her specialty. Now, animals can come through to any medium or psychic.
That's right.
But there are certain people who specialize in that. So if you want a specific reading for your animal for a specific reason, check out Kathy Behrens. It's KathyBehrens.com, or you can email me and I can send you her information. Okay, Auntie. Okay, Auntie, yes, email me. So Catnap, I'm sorry that you cry every day still. Maybe try to release some of that and know that your cat is safe and at peace and can definitely come back in spirit to visit, or you can get a new pet. And sometimes our pets in spirit bring us a new pet, like what happened to Lady Shadowe.
Well, this is Bailey.
Story about Bailey.
But I didn't name her Bailey. That was a given adoption name when I got her, and I knew, and she looks
and they look very similar.
They look very similar, and they act very similar. They're like little soul twin dogs. But I'm telling you, I would have never healed from Haley had it not been for Bailey. I would have lost my mind. I went a whole month without a dog in the house before I finally got Bailey, but Bailey needed me, and I asked
Right.
Haley to bring me the right pet, and she did.
With almost the same name and looks almost
Yeah,
the
crazy.
same.
Yeah,
So
same
crazy.
fur,
Yeah.
the same fur texture and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. When you showed me her, I was like, she looks just like the other dog.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
it's crazy. I'm so blessed. But yeah, animals, a new animal can heal because there's always another one ready to come in. And the thing is with animals is, and I'm sure Kathy can confirm this, is that they operate from just like we do, but we're a little bit of a separate conscious because we're more evolved and we have sovereignty. But animals come from a consciousness where they're all connected with each other all at all times. So Haley does come through Bailey, like a soul twin, because animal unconditional love is just all from the same pot. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah. And they're present and it's absolutely unconditional love. Anne has a question. And then I have to go in about 4 minutes. If you please, any thoughts on my son, Andrew, age 23, and why he's unwilling to get a job and honor his responsibilities? It's been 1 year since full-time employment. Thank you. Yes, this mom worries. Now, I am a tough love mother. I love my boys. I'd give every organ in my body. I'd give them my brain. I'd take a bullet for them. I'd do anything for my kids or my grandkids or even my daughters-in-law. Anything I would sacrifice for them. But my boys knew from day one, my husband and I were both teachers. Look, man, you got to get a job. They were walking dogs in the neighborhood, mowing lawns, working at the movie theater, playing sports. You guys you got to work it out yourself. You have to work. You have to, and both my boys, they're 26 and 28, are homeowners, and I did not give either one of them a dime. They both worked and saved and earned the money because my husband and I are like, y'all going to work. You're going to make your own money. You're going to save your own money. And that's what's going to happen. And look, there's not a lot of 26 and 28-year-olds in this country that are homeowners that did it themselves. It's very rare. And they both have wives that are contributing. I'm not saying that. And they don't have big fancy jobs. They have normal human jobs. But they were responsible. They saved their money. I would never allow, if he's living with you, he's got to go. Don't give him money. If he's physically able to work, kick him out. That's me. That's what I would do. That's how I grew up, dysfunctionally. but I did everything on my own. At 23, if he's able-bodied, he needs to go.
There's a difference between needing and helping in need or helping through enabling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And when you let them live with you for free and they don't do anything, you're enabling them. It's like a drug addict, giving them money, or an alcoholic and knowing they're using it for drugs and alcohol. Stop giving them money. You have to. I grew up with all addicts. Both my parents were addicts. I married an addict. Thankfully, my husband's been sober 27 years.
Yeah.
But never go buy him beer, never give him money. Like, you learn this in Al-Anon. When both your parents are addicts, you go to a lot of therapy in Al-Anon.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry he's in danger of losing his car. But again, I'm a tough love mom.
Yeah.
And when you enable, if he's living with you, yeah, Vivian said when kids are too comfortable at home, they have no desire to make it on their own. Yep.
And it's not just kids. Friends do this too.
Friends, other family members.
And you never get rid of them.
Sometimes spouses do it. I mean, there's all different kinds of scenarios.
Absolutely. Somebody asked about their pet, that their pet is limping. I would definitely, if their pet is limping, that means definitely there's something wrong. I would definitely, if you don't see anything visible, a cut, you might need an x-ray. So definitely check out a vet for that.
Yeah. And if you press on the bottom of their paw and they grimace, definitely get an x-ray.
Yes.
Because that means something's going on in there. I watched a lot of vet shows because I'm a nerd. Lady Shadowe, it has been lovely. Thank you to everyone. I hope I didn't piss anybody off with my tough love parenting style. Jennifer, a special shout out to Aunt Jen 888. Please follow her, subscribe to her YouTube channel so we can go live together because Lady Shadowe's busy. She's going to Broadway. We can't do lives all the time.
I will still make time for my people, even if I'm on Broadway. I mean, when I'm on Broadway.
I'm manifesting for you. Okay, Anne. Good luck, honey. I love you, Lady Shadowe. Love and peace and healing to everyone. I will be live again later in the week with book club and my lives and my members only and all of that stuff. Mwah. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you guys. Come visit us at our websites.
Yes. We have lots to offer. Both of our sites. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.